Yo, what is going on guys, Flashverse here and welcome back to another video on Spider-Man No Way Home. And today's video will be me theorizing about when we could potentially end up getting a second trailer for this film before its release. And I will also be talking about Tobey Miguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and whether or not will we actually see them return for this film. So yeah, a couple of weeks ago, Sony obviously released the first teaser trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home and it blew the internet up. It literally became the most viewed trailer in under 24 hours, beating Avengers Endgame, which is obviously crazy. We saw some very cool stuff taking place during that teaser trailer, which all got us very excited for this movie, and everyone's literally hyping this movie up a lot. In which obviously they should, saying that it was a sick trailer after all, and we are having the return of various villains such as Jamie Foxx's Electro, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, and during the trailer we did also get some snippets on the Lizard and Sandman as well. But this does make it 5 villains, not 6. So I am guessing that we will be seeing Mysterio return in some way, shape or form. And that completes the Sinister 6. It could also end up becoming Ned's Hobgoblin for all we know as well. But I'm assuming it's going to be Mysterio who will be the 6th villain. Because I do not believe he's dead. There's no way he's dead. And I do think that we could actually end up seeing him return for this film as well. But teaming up with Spider-Man, so far we do know that Doctor Strange will be with Peter, and they have obviously messed with the multiverse due to Peter messing up with the spell by continuously talking, which is what results to these various versions of previous villains we've seen in past Spider-Man movies returning, in which in regards to those returning villains, they could end up being the exact same character they were in their own Spider-Man films, or they would just be playing an alternate version of the character, and that is possible since we did have that whole Nexus event thing taking place during Loki. So it is possible that these other versions of Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus could be different versions, because obviously we know that Electro will be a different version of the one from the Amazing Spider-Man series because he blew up in the Amazing Spider-Man 2. So this version of Electro is going to be a different version, and also his lightning is yellow over here, whereas in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 it was blue. So there's obviously a possibility where we'll have this version of Green Goblin and this version of Dr. Octopus being another version of the characters as well. It could also end up becoming the same version of the characters from the Raimiverse. I could be wrong about that, but I'm going to assume it's going to be an alternate version of those characters. But yeah, as we are getting closer and closer for the release date for this movie, people have been wondering, when are we getting the second trailer? So this is what I'll be talking about during this video. But before I go over anything, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more MCU videos coming your way. So yeah, obviously before the release date of a movie, we do usually get like 2 or 3 trailers. Mostly it's 2 trailers. One being a teaser where it shows us sneak peeks in regards to what we should expect, but then we get the actual trailer with some brand new footage. But for Spider-Man No Way Home, they did actually show quite more than I was expecting for the first teaser trailer. So does this mean that they will be aiming even bigger for the second trailer? Will they give us more WTF moments for the second trailer? Or will they just add some various different other shots and just make a trailer out of that? Maybe show some different angles and scenes from the villains, maybe some more of Peter Parker and the Doctor Strange scenes. But I will guarantee you one thing for sure: if you're expecting to see footage of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in the next trailer, I don't think that's going to happen. If they are actually in the movie, there is no way they will show something that big for a trailer. If they do, then wow, because it would obviously get people a lot more excited for the movie because it would literally confirm that they're over there. But I'd rather have it so that we actually end up seeing them in the movie and we do not see them in the trailer at all. Like with the trailers, you didn't even need to show Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield Spider-Man in order for the trailer to blow up. The trailer literally blew up without them. So for the second trailer, I think that they could also get that to blow up without showing the other 2 Spider-Man. If they were actually part of this movie, I would say that we won't be seeing them at all until the 3rd act of the film. So their role will not be big. but if they are actually in the movie, they will be in the third act and then probably both be killed off or something along those lines, because they're not going to have a huge role. This movie is still centered around Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it's going to stay that way even if we get the other Spider-Man being parts of the film, so they won't have a huge role. The villains will have a huge role because they're obviously going to be the main villains for the film, but Tobey Miguire and Andrew Garfield will probably just be there for fan service and just to show that the multiverse is happening or the Spider-Verse is happening, but that would be it. They won't have like a massive role or anything like that. So I'm assuming that they'll be in the third act and then probably be killed off or something along those lines, as I just said. Now, something which does get me a bit worried about this film, and it is that there's so much going on. We have the whole Peter Parker being exposed storyline, and then we have the Peter and Doctor Strange stuff, and then we have to establish how all these villains have come back, and we have to establish them forming a team, forming the Sinister Six, and then facing off against Spider-Man, and then possibly bringing in the other two Spider-Man as well. Obviously, we don't know the runtime for this movie yet. I would guess it would be somewhere around like 2 hours and 30 minutes, but there's so much going on. I don't know how they will be able to fit all of that in without making it messy. I do trust what they're doing because it's Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige is still in charge and he's still behind it, so I do trust what they're doing. But this movie is going to end up two ways, and I'm going to say right now. Either it will be the messiest plot ever, but fans will still love the movie due to fan service, or it will actually genuinely be good, and it will have a very well cohesive and consistent plot. It's going to end up either one of the two ways. But yeah, there is a lot of things we know about the movie which we haven't seen in the trailers, such as Spider-Man's Doctor Strange suit that was leaked as a toy. We could also end up seeing more footage with the black suit when Peter's fighting off against Electro. We could also get our first look of how this new version of Electro will look like. Again, don't keep your hopes up for this, but we could obviously get a slim chance where we could actually get some footage of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, but I doubt it. We will definitely be seeing more footage of Peter dealing with the identity reveal as well as the Sinister Six. We could also possibly get our first look at Charlie Cox's Daredevil for this movie. Now, in regards to the second trailer, it's probably going to break the internet just as much, if not more, than the first trailer. Without a doubt though, it will break the box office. Shang-Chi has been doing amazing in the box office during a pandemic time, which is great because this confirms the fact that this movie or other Marvel projects such as the Eternals and Venom 2 will not get delayed. And yeah, it probably means that Spider-Man No Way Home will be doing great financially as well. We do obviously need to have more of an idea in regards to the plot so we know what could be going on. Obviously with them explaining the multiverse and stuff as well, because this movie will be something related to the multiverse. But I would guess this trailer would be released somewhere around like late October to early November. Now, in regards to the big question, will we see Tobey and Andrew's Spider-Man appear during this movie? And I would say yes, because clearly this movie involves the multiverse. So with us having the multiverse, anything's possible. We do already have the villains from the Tobeyverse and the Andrewverse returning, so I don't see a reason to why we won't see the other two Spider-Men, but I would say their role would be very small. They'd just be there for the third act and that's it. But personally, I'm not going to keep my hopes up because there is obviously a chance that we won't end up seeing them, which hopefully that doesn't happen because I do hope that they are in the movie, but all I'll say is I'm not believing anything until I actually see it. I know there's a bunch of proof suggesting that they are in the movie, but I want to see it for myself before actually theorizing or just getting excited about the fact that they will be in the movie. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe. Be sure to tell me in the comment section down below if you guys think that we will be seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man appearing during this film. And also be sure to tell me when you guys think the second trailer will be out. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.